Hello Capricorn, happy birthday to you. I got the Cappy Cap on today in honor of you, and I am so thrilled to be able to do your January reading. I'm Stephanie. Blazer the Morky is not with us today. I'm so sorry. I could have put him in a little birthday hat and it would be super cute, but alas, he is with other family members for most of this cycle of readings. Today, we're going to pull a card for your overall energy. We're going to lay out a yummy, juicy Celtic cross spread for our Cappies, and then we'll pull an oracle card at the end to just close off the reading. Keeping in mind, as always, these are general readings, not personal. So only take what resonates and leave the rest. And I also recommend checking out your sun, moon, rising, and north node. And once you look at those placements and put those puzzle pieces together, it can really bring some insight. Now, if you do want a personal reading, I have links in the description below, along with links to social media, affiliate links, and all kinds of good stuff. Be sure to check that out. Like, share, and subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. Remember that engagement really counts and assists me. And we're going to get going on your reading here with the overall energy from the Sacred Traveler Oracle. You got Journey by Moonlight, Believe in Magic. Ooh, nice, Cappy. Journey by Moonlight and Believe in Magic. And it's showing a full moon there. So you may want to pay attention to the January full moons. Or is there one? There may be one or two. I don't know. I don't know how many there are. Sometimes there's 2 in a month, but maybe there's only one. And it's important for you. It's important for you. There's going to be some sort of illumination to do with the moon for you. All right, let's look at your energies here. You're starting off in your current energies with the 9 of Wands. Now, the 9 of Wands is typically a cautious energy, but for you, I'm actually getting the feeling like you may not be moving, but you're looking at the direction you want to go. And you are looking ahead on the path, or you are planning ahead for something. This could be representative of some of you goal setting and aligning more with the passions that you have and what you desire to bring in to your life. Okay, so it could be more aligned with that. You are getting a challenge card here from the Justice card. This is Libra energies. Maybe you're having trouble balancing out your vision or balancing out how you're going to fit everything you desire into the path forward. There could be a little bit of a, what appears to you or feels to you like a bit of a puzzle. The Justice card as a challenge also could, for some of you, mean that some of you have some legal matter that needs to be resolved, and you may be looking toward the end of that. You may not have fully experienced the end of whatever that is. You could be waiting on a settlement. You're waiting for something to come through that is involved with some sort of legal matter. In your needed focus area, you get the 5 of Wands. And the 5 of Wands is about conflict and challenge. For some of you, I'm getting, though, that this is like the needed focus is to challenge yourself. And maybe it's with a new exercise routine or challenge yourself to that gratitude practice. In fact, I would even suggest that all of you, whatever popped into your mind when I said to challenge yourself, what you've been wanting to challenge yourself to, maybe pause the video and journal a little bit about it. Or just make some mental notes or make yourself a little voice recording or something. There's something here about challenging yourself. I do see others around you, so maybe it has to do with how you interact with people and set boundaries, for example. But I'm going to let you come up with that, and until we clarify, we're going to look at the rest of these cards. So maybe take a moment to just be with yourself and think about and feel into how will you challenge yourself this month. And I feel like it's a good challenge too. It's not like an easy, like something little bitty, okay? It's more like a stretch, challenging yourself and stretching yourself a little bit. Now, in the past, you're showing me an energy of the 3 of Cups. For some of you, your social circles have shifted or changing. They've already changed, or they're in the midst of changing here. Some of you have had to deal with a third-party situation, possibly in the realm of love and relationships. So if you're out there in the dating world, You know, you could have been dating someone, but there's no commitment. They were dating other people and, you know, that kind of thing. It looks good that you're leaving this in the past and your direction is changing toward the Three of Wands. Now, for others of you, this could be just conflicting emotions that you've been carrying. You're resolving something emotionally for yourself, something from the past. Moving into the energy of the Three of Wands, we have another energy where I feel like you're looking at your path forward once more. So we kind of have this current energy, which we're probably, you know, looking at after the holidays wrap and everybody gets back to work. Maybe your legal matter will resolve or something comes into balance. Some of you may be getting raises. You're looking for that raise. And then with this Three of Wands, you're able to focus more on something you've been wanting to accomplish personally, not something you're required to do by your job or anything else, but an accomplishment that you have, some sort of vision that you have that's personal to you. And there's that new looking forward to that, right? And experiencing that. In your place of embodied empowerment, you have the King of Cups. Now, normally, Cappy, this is water sign energy. So I really like this for you. I feel like you've been watering your own garden, which is extremely important, right? We have to always water our own garden, take care of ourselves. This could have to do with hydration for some of you. The more hydrated you are, the more your cells are nourished, the more clear you become. There is a clarity element here, but it comes through the hydration and the water. There's also this feeling of like emotionally feeling pretty good, emotionally being on top of the world kind of feeling. So I like that. And maybe it's because you're leaving behind old relationship dynamics that just aren't healthy or good for you, right? And then in your supports and allies, you get the Wheel of Fortune. This is like a breath of fresh air. This is positive change coming in for you. Some of you have been waiting for this for a while. Some of you, it has to do with that Justice card. It's the balancing act. And, you know, I know it can be difficult to wait for something like that, but honestly, it's looking like it probably will resolve this month. You have a lot of major arcana cards peppered in here. The Justice is the challenge, but now you have the Wheel of Fortune, that breath of fresh air. In your environment, you have the Empress, meaning you've embodied the Empress yourself or the Empress energies. Things come to the Empress. She actually sits in the garden. You've been watering the garden, right? Some of you may have an Empress in your life who is uber supportive and is, you know, kind of helping you out, right? And maybe bringing in some more of the feminine energies that are really supporting you, maybe helping you with being patient while you wait for this matter to work out as well. She isn't worried about time, the Empress here. So I like this energy because I feel like it is an energy where you would feel more whole and complete. So if there is rest that is needed that helps you rejuvenate and feel more whole, right? The hydration, the rest, all those things are important. For some of you, it may be gardening, right? And I know it may be kitchen gardening, it may be cooking, it may be getting into some of those basic arts and sciences that sometimes we neglect. Cooking a nourishing meal for yourself and loving yourself in that way, right? Fresh herbs, fresh vegetables, that kind of thing. In your hopes and fears, you have the Knight of Cups. This is a little bit of apprehension maybe on the fear side of the coin. We're looking at maybe being a little bit apprehensive about putting your heart back out there, okay? Especially after what you've dealt with in the dating realm in the past. This is like, should I put myself, is it now the right time? I honestly feel like it is. Yes, it's a risk and you're hoping things will work out. But at the end of the day, Capricorn, the question is, can you really live a life where you don't step forward from your heart, where you don't take a risk? What kind of life is that going to be for you? Are you just going to throw yourself into work? Like some of you have thrown yourself into work and you're just grinding away and you're not at least entertaining or playing with this energy of, what if I open my heart? What if I put a step forward toward my heart's direction, what my heart desires? And for some of you, I get that's relationships and stepping back out into being open to meeting somebody. I'm not saying you have to jump into online dating. I'm not saying you have to do all of this, but intentional experience with oneself about spending time with what you hope for in love and romance. Now, for some of you, this could be looking at a current relationship and doing that as well. It could be the new steps you are taking based on the resolved emotions that you got from the past, from relationships that you will no longer participate in, from boundaries you have set from the past, and moving into a new space inside yourself and honoring yourself and your heart that way. Whew, yep, there's the burp. There's the burp. So it's coming. It's coming. Come up right here from my heart. Right up. And then in the potential outcome, you get the Hermit. Now, this is Virgo energy, so some of you could have a predominant Virgo in your chart or in your life. But this is also the energy of stepping forward. So this, like the Knight of Cups, is the invitation to step from the heart. The Hermit is feeling very whole and complete on the inside. And from his own internal energies, the Hermit is lighting his own path forward. And even though the path may be messy or bumpy or dirty or have obstacles, he's holding his own light out in front of it and lighting his way. So there is that beautiful magic energy in the Hermit. I honestly consider the Hermit to be the master magician because he's gone through the High Priestess gate, the Empress gate, the Emperor gate, the Hierophant gate, right? And on, gained strength, gained everything that he needs to be empowered to move on his path moving forward. So that's a really lovely outcome there. Hermit can be more of an internal kind of energy where you go inside, but for you, I'm feeling like you're stepping out. This is a stepping out kind of Hermit. This is believing in magic. Now, you might be stepping out in the moonlight, right? You're not coming out, hey world, look at me, woo, Cappy's on the scene, you know. It may not be quite that emboldened, but it is a stepping out and it's a lighting your own way. And these cards flew out. We're going to go with it. Two of them flew out perfectly for this Nine of Wands. We got the Judgment card and the Strength card. So some major arcana energies going on here. As you're waiting for this legal matter, this balance, this raise, this whatever it is you need to call in, a new car, whatever it might be, a new home. As you're looking for that, forgiveness has to be a part of whatever this situation is. So if you have been wronged, the weight of forgiveness might burden you a bit if you're not in the flow or at least begun the journey on forgiveness here. Some of you may be forgiving yourselves. This is requiring you to have a lot of strength. This is connected to Leo energy. So Leo could be a sign or representing a person that you're dealing with or something in your own chart that can help you move through these energies. Now, Leo energy has a big heart. It's very lion-hearted, very big and open. But also, remember the lion when it gets the thorn in the paw, right? Ooh, ow, you know, little thorn. They're vicious and they're strong and all these things, and they get a little thorn, right? And so work on pulling out those thorns, Capricorn, for yourself. Now, let's look at this justice challenge here. Something that you really would like to come into balance is not yet. You get the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Cups. Whew. Yeah, no wonder you're taking your time with all of this. Whatever this matter is or whatever needs to come into balance here, for some of you it could be whatever is felt out of balance, like your health, for example. It could be a job. It could be a legal matter, like I said. It's very much been stressing you out. It actually, with the Eight of Cups, has taken your focus off of love, right? And relationships. So whatever it is has kind of grabbed your attention and you're focused on that more so. And for some of you, it's not like a this or that thing. It's just that your life has kind of been weighted in on, you know, more practical things or things you're trying to bring that into balance. And so some of you haven't felt the energy to step into relationships and emotional energies as much yet. But I think that's your path on January, where you're going to be shifting, where some of these energies come into balance. But it's really been stressing you out. I think if you work on those little chip away at the forgiveness aspect a little bit, work on that forgiveness with inside yourself and whomever else is involved with, that you need to forgive, that has wronged you or hurt you. That is going to help clear out some of these energies and bring this balance to you a bit faster. So forgiveness, it's not easy, but it can be done. In your needed focus, the 5 of Wands. Remember I talked about challenging yourself in a whole new way? Well, you get the Page of Cups and the Queen of Cups. So Capricorn, I gotta say, like, your focus, your next steps, your focus, where you're moving to really has to do with love and relationships. Now, some of you may be in a current relationship and you would like some new, fresh ideas. You would like to do some new, fresh things with your partner. We have the Page here, curious, fun. Let's go have some fun. Let's fall in love. Let's make love on the beach kind of energy, right? So there could be a trip you're thinking about. But the Queen of Cups is here too. And she's like, holding everything in her heart, and it's being protected, right? So as you're like moving into these energies and playing with them a little bit, of course, yes, you can still protect yourself. You can still protect your energies, your emotional energies in your heart, while keeping your cup full and showing it from an attractive place to the right people and to the right circumstances. Remember, you have this energy of the 3 of Cups you're leaving behind, a third party situation. It even could be, third parties can also, they don't have to represent a person. They can just represent an energy. So like maybe it was like attraction with narcissistic tendency kind of people, highly egoic kind of people. And that's what you're, or just people who maybe you want a monogamous, deep, enriching relationship and they just wanted like open, and that just didn't work for you, right? So it's that some of you are dealing with this kind of energy. And if you're looking for someone new, January is the month to prime the pump for that. So we're going to say this, prime the love pump, Cappy. And that doesn't mean you got to rush into anything or you got to take your current relationship to the next level in a matter of a month. I feel like you're priming the pump, the love pump for, your entire year's outlook, right? So we don't have to rush it, but we want to begin working with it. To clarify that 3 of Cups energy in the past, the 2 of Pentacles and the 3 of Swords. Some of you were in a situation where you were being drawn out, breadcrumbed. Some of you were breadcrumbed the hell out of in this last relationship. Someone strung you along, but they were behind your back, seeing someone else, doing something else. Just all it caused was confusion and pain. Now, some of you, maybe they weren't with someone else, but the energy, the third party was the energy of commitment. They couldn't commit. They couldn't do it. They can't do it. They still can't do it. They couldn't commit, and you were ready for that. Okay? So some of you, it was like that. You were there and it was just you and them, but the commitment that you were wanting to show up and bring and solidify the two of you together just never came from this person. So they were unable to show up from a committed perspective, and that caused a lot of pain. So looking good that it's in the past, right? That it's the energy you're stepping out of and away from, right? And moving into this new outlook with this 3 of Wands. Let's see what these future energies are saying, Capricorn. Ooh, the Page of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords. Cappy, you have the tendency to want to close back off your heart, okay? Some of you have the tendency when it comes to looking forward to what you're passionate about, who you're passionate about, how you want your passionate energies to be shown. Maybe you're feeling like, are you feeling like you're too much? Have you been told you're too much, Cappy? That's bullshit. Okay, don't let anybody tell you, oh, you're just too much. Did this person who breadcrumbed you tell you you're too much to handle? Because I see you trying to protect yourself again in the future. Now, it's a good thing this is coming up in the future, because now you can say, okay, yeah, I do need to work on that, right? I do need to work on that. As I'm priming the love pump, I don't want to get too much up in my head about it and start to get scared that it's going to be like it was before. The Page of Pentacles. Okay, so we're now working with the Pentacles. This is a grounded energy. The Page is looking for stability, and he's learning about stability. He or she is learning about stability, learning about supporting himself, even in the emotional energies, learning about balancing out the heart, learning about and being open to, if I'm focused on my passions and I get sidetracked, I can bring it back into groundedness. You are an earth sign. Ground your energies back in. Use that earth magic that you have. You're also the earth magician of the zodiac. If you need to get out in nature, if you need to get out in take a hike or get in the snow or go hug a tree or whatever it is you need to do, as you're moving into your future, you want to keep your eye on what it is you know will bring you stability, right? And not overthink about the rest of it. That's kind of what I'm getting there. There's a lot of hesitation. I can feel that in your reading, even as I'm going. And maybe there's a few emotions or thoughts that need to be healed up and worked out. But all in all, things are honestly looking really good for you. Maybe it's just that you don't connect with how they're looking, because there's that little, I don't even get that there's like a full pain body attached to you. It feels more like just a veil, like a translucent veil that just needs to be pulled back. It's that kind of thing. It doesn't have weight and it doesn't have a grasp on you. It's just kind of like a layer or a film, if that makes sense. Energetically, that's how it's presenting itself. For the King of Cups, you get the 10 of Cups and the Death card, which is Scorpio energy, which is transformation. Your whole relationship to love and relationships is actually changing. And as we look at this in your place of power and embodiment, your vision for what you want in love can never die, okay? It is already whole and complete as it is. What can change is your relationship to relationships. Your that almost went really weird with like some big word. You're transforming your relationship to relationships, okay? Before I make up new words. This is looking really beautiful. Like you have so much love to offer and you have such a beautiful heart. You will not waste time any longer with someone who cannot commit to you. Or if you're in a relationship, someone who can not commit to the next phase and moving forward together, okay? Now, with the Death card showing up, that can mean a lot of transformation, but that's also the place that you are powerful. You are powerful in that energy. Okay, so onward, Cappy. Prime that love pump no matter what. The Wheel of Fortune is clarified by the 9 of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. This is in your support and allies. Cappy, some of you are going to have an offer of love made to you. And it may bounce up against the stability you've created in your own life and your accomplishments. Whew, Cappy, some of you goats are just scrambling across the mountain because you don't want to hear what I'm saying here. Some of you are going to have an offer of love. And it's kind of, you have the tendency to, it's funny because you're manifesting it, but you have the tendency to bounce it up against, but that will rattle my world and what I've accomplished. Well, yes, love is transformative. That's what love does. And the Wheel of Fortune being here shows me that there's a change. You have to acknowledge the change in yourself. You have to acknowledge the path that you've created that is different here, and that it involves new love, and love is going to find you. So before you turn away the offer of love, trust yourself. Trust yourself, because these are new and changing energies. Sleep on it. Don't just say no. Say, you know what? You've caught me a little off guard. Can Can I give you an answer? Let me sleep on this. Can I give you an answer tomorrow? Journey by moonlight. That was the overall energy of the reading. Yes, give yourself time, but don't just automatically turn an offer of love away, you know, whether it comes from your existing partner or a new person. For this Empress in your environment, and I think this is kind of going to go into the energy that I just got. You got the Devil and the Seven of Pentacles. Now the Devil's you, and the Empress is here. And we're nurturing something. We're growing something. Capricorn must be Capricorn. They must be the goat, right? The goat fish mermaid thing, right? The beautiful magical creature that you are. You're showing up here with the Devil card though, however, and you would know this because it's connected to Capricorn energy. There's the navigation of trying to control. The analogy that I'm getting is it's kind of like you plant a seed, and you know that seed has its own wild and natural potential. And there's part of you that just allows that seed to grow and become what it's meant to become. And there's part of you that wants to try to control every little element about how that seed grows. And I think that seed is something in your own garden. Maybe for some of you, this is a return to your wild and free, wild woman, wild man kind of nature. There's a letting go here in your environment that wants to come forward, but you may be like, whoa, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to allow that. But the Empress, she's very powerful. And once you embody her, she has the wisdom that her garden doesn't grow controlled. It is wild. It is untamed. It is free. And there's that aspect of you that is desiring that emergence. And it's coming up right now, this month, inside yourself. Some of you are like listening. You're like, yep. And so there's, you know, you get confused. You close your heart like this and you're like, you know, just work on relaxing, opening the heart back up. Even like heart opening, like yoga exercises would be really, really good for you. Looking at your hopes and fears with that Knight of Cups, putting yourself out there. You got the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands. Okay, so Cappy, I'm not going to rush you. You don't want to be rushed, and I'm not going to rush you. If you want to stand on the one precipice on the mountain, you know, I'm a Cancer. I can't even get the fuck up there. So I ain't going to chase you off your precipice, right? You can stand there and look at things and observe and plan and do all the things, right? But when it comes to opening the heart, it's a wild, untamed, natural process. When you're priming that love pump, at some point you let go of the priming process and the pump runs, right? And that is what your hope is. You secretly hope this, even if you're not saying it to anybody else. You want to connect with this wilder side of you. You want to be more untamed. But because of the pain of the past, you're, you know, afraid you might get hurt again. You know, and that's natural. That's natural. But also there's this calling to you. There's this calling to you, and it's coming and it's wanting to bring balance into your life by having you be open to this and trusting yourself on this part of the journey. For the Hermit, in the potential outcome, you get the Queen of Swords and the Magician. The Queen of Swords tells me that you will sit in your throne. You have protected yourself. You're not putting up with any BS. You're crystal clear in your communications, right? And the magic is showing up here. The Magician. The journey by moonlight has led to something else. The Magician and the Hermit. That's the journey of learning how to use your magic, but also balancing it out with your boundaries and with the protection and how you uphold yourself and how you maintain confidence for yourself. But it's like you're gone from the Magician who has all the tools but kind of fumbles around with using them through those major arcana cards. The Magician is the 1, the Hermit is the 9. And this is the place in the journey. You're coming to a place of mastery with your own magic, which is beautiful. How? By priming your love pump. Whew. All right, Cappy, let's get you a card to close off your reading from the Magical Drum Oracle. Capricorn, you got the number 10 card, the Fisherman with his net. Trust yourself, trust your abilities. You have skill and talent. Confidence requires no justification. Know your worth. Yes, Cappy, and you got Journey by Moonlight, Believe in Magic, right? You're opening your heart. You are priming the love pump. This is a year where love is going to come into focus for you in balancing out your relationship with all the other areas of your life. Work, all your focus, all your hard work is going to be eclipsed by this love, by this magical love that is opening up. And so be confident that things are going to come through for you. Fish, connected to Pisces energy, representative love and flow, and the fisherman with his net, you're going to catch your love, whether it be the next phase of a current relationship or a brand new love for you. Capricorn, very happy birthday once again to you. Powerful reading, and I had such a good time doing this. I look forward to seeing you next time.